Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every Saturday morning for you good folks up in Brownsville on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM. Of course, over in Jackson on News Talk 101.5, which I'm sure that Bill Cooksey, having grown up in Jackson, knows that station.
Absolutely. Still listen to it driving through the cabin and from the cabin a lot of times.
Anybody in Jackson you want to say hello to?
Everybody in Jackson.
Everybody in Jackson. That is your stomping grounds, right?
That's right.
So that's Bill Cooksey.
I'll be driving through Jackson in a few hours.
He'll be heading to where?
To Kentucky Lake.
I knew it. I just wanted you to say that. So
I'm not going fishing, but I'm heading to Kentucky Lake.
Up there. And of course we
don't have fish anymore.
We don't have fish anymore.
We're all out.
Whole nother subject. Okay. Of course, this being the fourth Saturday, it's double Wong. So Ron Wong is back from his travels, and where he was last weekend was at Grenada, and where they had an American Crappie Trail tournament. And Ron was good enough to get us to have on the show today half of that winning team. I'm not sure if this is the guy that caught the most fish, or you just didn't want Jamie to be on. I don't know, but maybe you owe him money or something like that. But
all of the above.
All of the above. All right, so we have Stephen Sullivan on with us this morning. He and Jamie Robertson won last week and got a nice Ranger boat, which is really nice. Everyone, I just can't. Still blows my mind they give a boat every tournament.
Every tournament, they give away a Ranger RT 188C boat with a 115 Evinrude on there. So it's a nice boat.
So which part of the boat did you get, Stephen?
I'm going to get the half with the motor on it for sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate Ron getting you on, and again, congratulations, you guys. Boy, it was close. 14:59 compared to 14:24 to walk away those 200 points, and it's got to feel good. Now, Ron, you've watched it. You watched the tournament last weekend. Big fish for you guys was 221. So walk us through, Ron, about the tournament, where you looked at it, and talk to Stephen a little bit about how they won.
Well, first of all, the weather again. We've got such bipolar weather here in
that's
this
really,
area.
I've never heard it put like that. That's pretty good, right?
It's hot one day, cold the other.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's been that way here.
It's like a marriage.
The last month, yeah, up and down.
Keep talking.
Good and bad.
Keep on moving past
and
that,
so,
okay?
And during the tournament, here it was.
Okay. Right.
Here it was in the mid-90s both days.
With
no water flow on the first day of the tournament, Friday. Second day, they had the gates open, and there was some current. But Stephen and Jamie on both days were consistent in what they caught to win this thing. And Stephen, as you were telling me, you did some things that some other people didn't do. Like, for instance, you used a silent stalker on your boat.
Ooh, I would.
So you can stealth the fish in which you're fishing, because you were fishing in 5 to 8 feet of water only.
Oh.
And you were fishing both natural and man-made cover there. So tell our listeners, how important was it for you guys to be able to be like stealth going through the area you're fishing?
It's the utmost importance. When you're in shallow water like we were, we found the fish, like I said, in 5 to 8 foot of water.
Mm-hmm.
We know the lake pretty well from being 45 miles away and having the opportunity to fish a good bit. And we knew there was a slough run that had a lot of natural stumps, a lot of natural standing timber, but also it's a popular spot for people to build mats, and there's a lot of man-made cover. But in this heat, in that still water, that shallow, you have to be extremely quiet. And I have an aluminum boat. I use a War Eagle. I love War Eagle boats. A lot of people in that heat were having trouble with dead loss, losing fish in their live wells. My boat has 2 very deep 60 quart live wells. I didn't have any fish die, but the silent stalker on that metal boat in that shallow water just absolutely dampens all the noise on the front of the boat. We were pushing off the front of the boat, and you just can't hear the boat in that wave action. And so it was key to our success in the shallow water.
You guys did something a little bit different, too, Stephen, that some people didn't do. First of all, you used 16-foot B&M poles on the front. But on the very, very front of your spread, you used 18-foot B&M poles, too, right?
Huh.
That's correct. That's correct. It's another key element we felt like in that very shallow water and trying to be stealthy and quiet was also to get the rod tips as far out in front of the boat, get the baits out as far out in front of the boats as possible, because we feel like that you can just get on top of more fish before the boat scares them in that shallow water. And using those 18-foot poles on the very front of the setup allows you to get further out in front of the boat. I have my Millennium rod holders. I love Millennium rod holders. I just can't say enough about Millennium Marine products. We use their seats. We use their rod holders. And we have them stationed right on the very front of the boat. You can't fish any further out in front of the boat than what we do in our setup. And I think it's key to our success.
That is a long setup, though, and I'm thinking about 18 feet.
That's as long as the boat.
That's longer than the boat. How long's the boat?
My boat is a 21-6.
So it's almost the same length as your boat.
Yeah.
That's correct.
You could dangle me out there in front,
It is.
not even know.
It
But go
and
ahead,
it made
Ron.
us we were very fortunate in that we didn't lose any fish netting them. That's another thing that can be very difficult. Fishing in shallow water that far in front of the boat. Sometimes you hook a fish and you've only got 3 to 4 foot of line out, and it's hard to get him netted that far out in front of the boat.
I can't imagine.
My partner, I can't say enough about Jamie. He and I both, we work together as a team, and
to get
we
those
were
fish
so
in.
fortunate not to lose a fish.
Yeah.
You said something there too, Stephen. There was a lot of teams that came in without a limit of fish.
Really? Okay.
Not because they didn't catch a limit of fish, but they had dead fish, which they cannot weigh in. You just can't weigh one in. You take it away from your 7 that you can weigh in, and that's it. And, in fact, I know one team, and I'm not going to mention any names, first day they were like in 15th place in the money.
Yeah.
Second day they came in and did not weigh a fish because all 7 fish they had in their live well died.
Wow. That's pretty tough.
That's pretty tough. And you guys fished the Magnolia Crappie Magnolia Crappie Club.
Yeah.
And that's quite a club there too, isn't it, Stephen? I mean, it's it's the largest crappie club in the U.S.
Oldest.
But it is so competitive also, isn't it?
It is. It's the largest and the oldest crappie club in the U.S. It's unbelievable competition. Hey, if you look right here on the American Crappie Trail list from this past weekend, which was the largest tournament they ever had, 121 teams.
Yes.
The top 24 where the money was is loaded with Magnolia crappie teams. Terry Cole, Terry and Cole Stewart, Jeremy Aldridge. It's just loaded top to bottom with great fishermen. So yes, it's a premier fishing club. We're honored to be a part of it.
And
the competition for that, obviously. If you can fish with those guys, you feel like you want to go try to compete anywhere.
You're right, because 5th place was
I'm looking at 5th
Jason
place there.
And Parker.
Yeah.
Etchewurzel.
Yeah.
And they're a member of the Magnolia Crappie Club. Yeah.
So you look at you guys, and I was just looking at this, and consistency amounts to a lot. You got 28.17 pounds in 2 days. And I'm looking down here, number 59 had 20 pounds, and all of a sudden you drop down to 12, 14, things along that line. You guys, if you didn't lose a fish and you came up with this, that's pretty impressive.
Those are huge crappie.
Yeah, those are.
Well,
that's
2 pound average.
That.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'll tell you this. I don't claim to be that good. I'll tell you this, that we had a lot of luck. There's a lot of luck involved.
Good for you.
That kind of competition, and you're able to come out on top. We feel very, very blessed, fortunate that we were able to do that, not lose a fish, and come in first with that group of talent. It's overwhelming.
What does this do to you as you now have to sit back and wait for this is it for this year. So you guys, I guarantee you probably fish all year. So
we do.
What does this do to y'all's career to bump you up and get you first? I understand you got to go. I'm looking at my schedule here again. You've got to go to Gunnersville. Let's see,
correct.
and then you're going to Lake. What's that lake again, Ron?
Lake D'Arbonne.
I just love to say it. Okay.
D'Arbonne.
So, and you do live close, right? Where do you live?
I live in Batesville, Mississippi, so
Oh.
I'm only going to be 4 hours away from Gunnersville, which is in February, the start of the next season, and I'm only 4 hours away from D'Arbonne. So I feel blessed that I'm basically a morning's drive away from getting to both places.
Well, talk about.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Before we let you go here, about the circuit itself. What's what's your feelings on the American Crappie Trail?
You know, the American Crappie Trail is where it's at. This is what all tournament crappie fishermen have been waiting for. It's the premier place to tournament crappie fish. The integrity, the way the rules are set up. Matt Morgan, the tournament director, just has thought of everything. He's done an unbelievable job. I can't say enough about the sponsors. They have some of the best sponsors in the industry, Lucasful, Mr. Crappie, B&M Poles.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just go on and on and on. But
Yeah.
it's the premier club to fish, to tournament crappie fish, the integrity, the professionalism. And you see now with the teams and how fast it's growing. It went from 70 teams in the first tournament I fished in to 80 teams. Now we're up to 121 teams. The
Amazing.
purse has grown to 80,000. It's just incredible where it's going. It's really amazing.
Well, we appreciate you, Stephen, taking time to be with us on this Saturday morning, buddy. I know that you're a great representative of the circuit, and this circuit continues to grow. My hat's off to the Morgan family, which that's what it is on this thing, that they do all this hard work. Have a great day, buddy, and we'll stay in touch. We got your number now, so you're not going to get lost, okay?
I'll thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Hey, and be sure and tell Jamie thanks, too. Okay, all right?
I couldn't have done it with that.
All right, buddy.
Stephen, we'll see you and Jamie down the road, buddy.
All right.
Thank you, Ron. I sure hope so. Good to
Okay,
talk to you.
let's take a break, and we're going to switch gears. Bill Cooksey's going to get fired up. We're going to bring in Dave Gabbert, this next guest, because he's one of the biggest names in trap shooting.
One of the winningest all time.
He is, and we're privileged to have him on. So we'll be right back, and I think I'll let Bill Cooksey introduce the next segment. Will you be ready for that?
Yeah, let me do some Googling so I can have some points.
Okay, Google on.
All
We'll be
right.
right back.